opportunity to start in a preseason game, but now to know that I'll be the guy heading into the season to help lead this team to a couple wins, this is obviously a really cool experience.
Take us to the process of when they informed you, how they told you.
Yeah, Coach Jackson last week, when he called to tell me I was going to start for Tampa, he just let me know that if there was, if all things went as we planned, that I'd be the guy heading into the season. So after a good week of practice and obviously going out and growing a little more in this Tampa game, it just kind of fell in line.
You went back and watched the film of that Tampa game. What stood out to you the most?
That we got some momentum. The drives are there. The playmakers are there. The way that we're going out and attacking each drive and playing with speed, that's all there. We just got to finish. I think this last preseason game, whether it be the ones out there, the twos, is just an opportunity for us on offense to show that we can finish, because our defense is playing, great in this last 3 games, and for us to complement them, we got to be able to put the ball in the end zone.
Are you going to play Thursday? Do you want to play Thursday? Do you need to play Thursday?
It's on Coach. He hasn't informed us if what guys are going to be out there, but any rep is valuable for me at this point in my career.
DeShone, was there a point where it just kind of like clicked for you, or it was like gradual?
The goal of this whole process was to be gradual, to take rookie camp and lead that into OTAs, into veteran camp, and then obviously into training camp. And I think I've been right on path. And obviously, I stand here in front of you guys as the starting quarterback today, so apparently that was the right way to go about things.
DeShone, every time I turn on TV, radio, whatever, somebody's saying he's not ready, he's not ready, he's not ready. How do you address that notion of he's not ready?
There's been a lot of work that's gone into this whole process, and obviously going out and performing in preseason games is one thing, but to perform in games is another. Until I'm out there, everyone's going to have a right to an opinion, and if that's their opinion, then we'll see week 1.
To say to echo what Mary Kay was talking about in more specific terms this morning, the flagship station's main host, who has a popular show, kind of reflected a prevailing view, and that is there's no way you can win at this stage of the career, and specifically said there's not only no way you can win 10 games, there's no way you can win 7 games. I mean, that's an opinion, obviously, but how do you respond to that as a prevailing view?
I couldn't even tell you what that show is.
Well, I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about the prevailing view reflected by that.
And I'm talking about going against.
I'm talking. You can't win this year is what people are saying.
And I'm talking about going against Chicago this week, and whatever we can do right now to, prepare ourselves to go and win another game.
Given that, I know we're talking about what people said, but given the comment that you weren't ready to come out and should have stayed 1 more year, how gratifying is this?
There's a lot. Once again, this is everything we've talked about is a bunch of opinions, and this is a situation in which I was able to step out here with a great coaching staff, an awesome team around me, and develop my game to become a better football player. And I can truly say in this last 4 months that I feel very confident in the fact that I have become a lot better, and my development is heading in the right direction. Obviously, my next step now is preparing for our 4th preseason game, whether I be out there or not. I know that these are great reps for preparation for this upcoming season, and obviously getting ready for Pittsburgh after that.
DeShone, Pugh said he was willing to ride with you through the highs and lows. What does that mean to have that kind of support out of the gate?
This is awesome. When you have a coach who truly believes in you and obviously has put a lot of time and effort into my development, to have him by my side is an awesome experience at the quarterback position. Obviously, we know that in this sport, the quarterback-head coach relationship can go a long ways, and you see a lot of the successful teams have great quarterback and head coach relationships. So for us to start off the way we have, obviously we go out there and have a little success, and we continue to grow in that sense. Hopefully this can be something that lasts for 10, 15 years.
How exciting was last night? Did you talk to family?
I did. I didn't talk to my mom as much as she would like, but got a few texts. Obviously, there's a lot of people out there supporting me through all of this. This has been an awesome ride, and obviously being back home in Northern Ohio, this couldn't go any better right now.
Anyone you heard from?
I have not yet. I plan on trying to catch the game this weekend if I can. If not, then I'm sure we'll talk soon.
Going back to just where you are mentally, this whole camp, it was a competition, and it's no longer. How does that change your mindset now going into the regular season, knowing that this is your job?
No, throughout that competition, it was a big focus of mine, of focusing in on winning within, and competing with myself. If you're going out there looking at everyone else's reps, then it only allows for you to take the focus off of yourself and your own development. So not much changes. I think we have an awesome quarterback room, and those guys have been supporting me, in this past week, starting in the Tampa game, and I plan on them, continuing to support me and help me out in the preparation for Pittsburgh.
DeShone, I think at the combine you related how you grew up kind of an Eagles fan because your dad was an Eagles fan. Even though you're from Ohio, can you describe what and you're the quarterback of the Browns now. But what was your relationship with this franchise growing up? Just another team? And how does it feel to be the quarterback now of the Cleveland Browns?
Right. You know, this is a really unique situation in the sense that I grew up in a town in which everyone is, you know, probably 50-50 divided between the Lions and the Browns. So that split allowed me to learn quite a bit about this organization, and obviously the question marks that have always been at quarterback. You know, you see that list grow and grow and grow, and you hear the people in the chatter throughout my whole community. So now to be put on that list and hopefully end in that list will be an awesome, you know, situation for me. This program is obviously storied and has had a lot of success, and you know, what this tradition that we have here has become over this, you know, quite a few years of playing in this league, to now go out and represent it, being from this area, is truly an honor.
Has the thought that, I mean, I don't want to get bigger than Pittsburgh, but because you're focused on that, but the thought that you could be the start of a new beginning here?
Yeah, you know, that's always been the goal. The goal for me is, you know, being out there helping our team win, and obviously winning is something that we want to do here, and we haven't been able to do sustainably, or we haven't been able to do for quite a few years now. So to be a start of hopefully that tradition that we want to have here would be, once again, an honor.
Did your head go to Pittsburgh after Hugh told you, and have you started watching any film of that?
You know, the concepts that Chicago runs as far as the three-down defense is very similar to Pittsburgh. So fortunately, as we prepare for Chicago, we'll also be preparing for Pittsburgh in that sense. And obviously I'm going to go in and watch a couple more games, but until I know whether or not I'm playing, it's on me to prepare for Chicago to go out there and be successful as much as I can.
How much could you tell about how your growth is going from the jump and the difference between preseason game 2 and playing against those ones in preseason game 3?
You know, it's I think it's very similar. You know, both of those games, the preparation style was the exact same. Able to create a good process, and then obviously stepping out there, I was a little more comfortable walking out in the first rep, rather, you know, in game 3 rather than in game 2. But as that, you know, the more reps you get, obviously the more comfortable you become, the more confident you become. And by the end of that first half last week, or you know, a couple of days ago against Tampa, I truly felt as if I was in control of the offense and truly had the confidence needed to go out there and you know, lead this team to a position to win games.
Hey, DeShone, also talking about things that are being said on the radio, they were saying today that during the recruiting process before the draft, the Browns were really completely honest with you. So, like, what was Hugh and maybe Sashi saying to you that really, you know, stuck?
That there's just a lot of room for improvement, and that if I did end up in a situation of playing in this organization, that they're going to, you know, focus in on my development rather than throwing me to the fire and just seeing if I was ready to go right away. That they're going to, you know, put me on the path that they have put me on to develop me into a position, or into a quarterback that can go out and win games for this program, and that's exactly what they've done. And as honest as they were to me, they've been that same honesty has continued on since I've been here.
DeShone, Joe Thomas talked a few days ago and said that if there was ever a rookie head coach combination that could lead to great success, he thinks it would be you and Hugh. Can you tell us how that relationship has developed, where you are with Hugh, and just how you guys get along?
Absolutely. You know, in the pre-draft process, we hit it off right when I met him. Obviously, I was able to work with Zach Robinson, who played under Coach Jackson at Cincinnati, and he told me all about him, and I got to, you know, hear the outsider's point of view. But once I actually met him, our relationship has continued to grow since, in the sense that he is a straightforward guy who tells it exactly how it is, and that's how I like it. You know, there's no room for sugarcoating in this league, and since we've met, you know, it's been all about just creating a dialogue between, you know, myself and him on what I think I need some improvement on, and what he thinks he needs, or that I need improved on, and that relationship that we've created has only allowed for me to go out there and have the success that I've had.
You've seen other rookies play right away in this league. What are your expectations for yourself?
You know, my expectations are to have no expectations. You know, you got to go out there and just focus in on each rep. If you set, you know, goals wherever you want to set them, and you fall short of them, you know, that's a mental thing that you don't want to deal with. So right now, it's just all about going out and competing each rep and trying to have success and winning on each rep. So as far as you know, the standards that I'm setting for myself, I'm trying not to have any.
Just a couple more. How familiar are you with the quarterback history here since '99? You know, that famous jersey.
enough to know that there's been quite a few, and that they've, due to injury and due to some success in the field, they haven't been able to find their guy. And, that's all I need to know to understand that I need to go out there and work hard every day to, stop that tradition here.
Anything daunting about, 26 guys before you, they all,
It's 2017, and I bet you 10 of those 26 I wasn't even considering playing in the NFL at the time. So, that is way behind us, and obviously, the vibes out here at practice are completely different than what they've been in the past. We've got a new coaching staff. We've been, through new owners in that time, and that in itself should show you that there's some things changing here.
The deep ball, we all see that. You hit a bunch of home runs in this preseason. What do you think the state of your game is in the intermediate areas, particularly in the middle of the field, the 3rd and 5 throws that you're going to have to make?
It's a very specific area. Hopefully we can have a couple more of those, so I can throw it across the middle on 3rd and 5 and get one caught, so that we can say that's not a weakness.
It just seems like those are little gains that need to change.
Absolutely.
Maybe the opportunities haven't been there. I don't know.
Absolutely. As far as the chunk plays go, this is a league in which you got to have them in order to score points, and obviously the intermediate game is what keeps those chunk plays alive throughout. You got to be able to drop the ball down and either check the ball down to the back or take some of the quick game things to get defenders to step up to be able to make the chunk plays. So that's something that I will continue to focus in on. But it's all about just taking what the defense gives you. If they want to back linebackers up, we'll drop the ball down. If they want to play up and we're running the ball as well as we have been running the ball, then we'll take the chunk plays when needed.
How did Corey help you the other night? Made a couple of big, I think they were 3rd down conversions.
Yeah, he is a heck of an athlete, and the way our offense is set up, with him backside quite a bit, if they're going to give us an opportunity to go one-on-one, he's going to have to make those plays consistently, and he showed us, obviously against Tampa, that he has that big play ability to go up there and make some big plays for us. So to have that in my back pocket at all times gives me a lot of confidence when I'm in the pocket.
Hey, going back a couple weeks when they named Brock to start the first preseason game, we asked you about it, and you kind of said I'm a competitor. Were you miffed? Were you angry at that point?
No. This is all about trusting in Coach Jackson, and obviously his plan has led me right to where I am right now. So at the time, obviously I was a competitor and wanted to be named the starter the first day that I was here. But this has all once again been a process that led me to be where I'm at now. So I'm truly thankful for those situations because they're going to allow me to be a better player later.